Hi everyone. So yesterday I was with my son and he was watching this show, which I thought it was so funny, Bear Bears, and immediately gave me the urge to try to draw them. So here I am going to try to do a small illustration or drawing of them. If you want, you can follow along, but if not, if you want to see me drawing something, this is how I draw Bear Bear. So I'm gonna try to start with the general idea of what the drawing is gonna look like. I usually use geometric shapes to begin every drawing, but for this one I think if I can just start facing in the main parts of their bodies as I'm sketching, that will help me resolve this illustration. Starting with the top first, because I think that's the one that has the biggest size, and that one is going to determine how everything else come around. Now the size of the first one gives me the idea of how all of them are going to be, what the size of the other one's going to be. And these other parts are a lot easier because once I have the scale and it fits in the space, then all I just have to keep doing is just keep adding little by little details. I erase whenever I feel the need, but so far I think everything is going super well. I'm also not too worried about the amount of pencil lines that sometimes go outside of the edges, because I already know that I'm going to be using markers that are going to cover that. My lights are not as light as I usually do when I sketch, but it's also for the same reason, because I know I'm going to be using markers that are going to cover the whole thing. So usually when I start adding color, I always like to have another paper where I can try the colors first and make sure I have the right shades before I actually start applying to my illustration. At this point, I am not going to worry about even coloring over the details inside the face of the bears, in this case grizzly bear, because I'm gonna go over with Posca markers and acrylic markers to make sure that those details are not lost. So I'm just covering it. The good thing about these characters is that they don't require a lot of shading, and they're mostly just two-dimensional flat colors, which makes the work of adding color a lot easier. Then for the polar bear, what I'm doing is adding a little bit of gray just to have a little bit more of contour of its body, and so we can see different parts like the torso and the legs. But that's it, because everything else is white. get to the part where all I have to do is outline and add the details inside, like the facial expression, the nose, the mouth, and yeah, just finish it up and it will be done very soon. So I decided to also add an acrylic marker, a Sharpie acrylic marker for the outline, because I realized that the black that I was using earlier was not doing enough contrast with the black that I was using for the alcohol-based marker, especially for the Panda Bear. All right, so here it is, my bears. So I think it came out nice. I used 3 kinds of markers, Posca markers, alcohol-based markers, and what else? And some acrylic markers as well. So here's my final product, bears. I'm gonna keep watching the show with my son, hopefully. And you know, if there's another need I have to draw something, I'll make sure to do it and share it with you all. Have a good day. This has been Mr. Pineda. Bye-bye.